Mac Jones is Kyle Orton 2.0. Fields or Lance have to be the pick. Jones does not have a high ceiling at all. We're going to address that. We're coming back to you. We're coming back to you, baby. We're going to address that. That's a good point. All right. David says Mac Jones makes sense, but that's it. You don't trade those picks for him. Fields it is. Most fluid athlete, fastest, second most accurate.
Yeah, so the reason I want Justin Fields over Mac Jones is because I think Justin Fields is flat out better than Mac Jones. It's not because you don't trade 2 picks for Fields, but you do trade them, or you don't trade 2 Fields for Mac.
Okay.
It's not that you don't trade 2 picks for Mac, but you do for Fields. I just think Fields is a better football player than Mac Jones. That's the way I feel about it. But at the same time, I think that if Kyle Shanahan, who I love and I believe in, and I'm a Stanahan, if I believe that if Kyle Shanahan believes Mac Jones is the guy and he believes this is Matt Ryan, if I get him, it'll all be good. He's my quarterback. Then there's no price. You just go get him.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I always hear the biggest Kyle Shanahan fans say, hey, man, you can't judge him. When has he had his quarterback? Let him get his quarterback. And now he's making the move to get his quarterback. And Shanahan fans are like, hey, you better take the guy I like. It's like, I thought you believed in your guy. Sean said, it hurts me, Grant, to see you being tormented. Grant, say it with Vish. Trask and Mullins are third string at best. Vish, stop enabling Grant. LOL. Yeah, it's your fault, Vish. James says, smokescreen. If Wilson gone by 3, trade down a few spots and pick Pitts, get Darnold with second-round pick. And do you think the Niners there's any chance that trading down after trading up? No. Sorry, James.
They traded up because they felt good about somebody. That I don't want to hear that they don't have a guy in mind, because I'm almost 100% sure, and Mike Silver says Kyle Shanahan has a guy in mind. He didn't say who it was. Nobody actually knows, I feel like, who it is, and Kyle's not openly telling anybody, but they have a guy in mind, and they're ready to go with that guy. They're geared up. They're planning next season already with that guy.
How are all the QB prospects considered risk, but not Mac Jones and Lawrence? They all have the potential to bust, so at least
they all are.
I can't even read that. Tell me.
We'll talk about Mac Jones and why he will struggle a little bit early in his career too. I think with Lawrence, you just have 30+ starts in the ACC. He's a high-level prospect. He has elite physical traits. He's just everything you're looking for. So I think with him, it's just at this point, I feel like everybody's kind of just agreed. And I would be surprised, honestly, if Trevor Lawrence isn't a top 15 quarterback day one in the NFL. He's good.
I think people are a little overthinking Trevor Lawrence. People don't talk about him very much, and when they do, I always hear like, is he really as good as we think? Or is the difference between him? It's like, yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah. Yes. Maitland Eagle says, what happens when the play breaks down? Not confident in Jones scrambling or extended plays. Take literally anyone but him.
So I do have a rebuttal for this entire conversation, okay? Because first of all, you have to understand who's the offensive coach for the team that you're cheering for, the 49ers, and that's Kyle Shanahan. When the play breaks down, that's like 3 or 4 times a game, okay? 90% of the time, 95% of the time, the play is there. You got to execute the play first and then worry about when the play breaks down. He's not going to draft a guy for the 4 times a game he thinks he's going to mess up. He's going to draft a guy for the 95 percentile of the time that he's calling the right play and the quarterback needs to make the play.
Or the 4 times a season he calls a naked bootleg to the left, deep throw back to the right. You know what I mean? He's not going to draft quarterbacks based on these wow traits, but the things that don't show up in games often enough.
Right. You know, and again, for me, I like Justin Fields because I think, in my opinion, not Grant's, because I know Grant disagrees, I think he does all of these things well enough where you should pick him at 3. That's just the way I feel about it. But I'm not, and so I feel like that about Justin Fields because of that. It's not because of 2 wow plays, and I think he'll give so much off script that I think Justin Fields.
Yeah, I'm not trying to denigrate the Fields fans because that's not fair. He may end up being good. But if Kyle were here right now and he said, look, I like Fields too, he's just not a good fit for the offense I've constructed in San Francisco now. It's more of a quick throw, yards after the catch. That's not his strength. He definitely has a chance to succeed, but I don't feel like I give him the best chance. I would have to change my offense, change my personnel, and I'm not willing to do that. I can just take a guy like Mac Jones, who is executing a very similar offense. That's what I want to do. I mean, if Kyle said that to you, would you be like, well, that's fine. Fine by me.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't get paid any amount of money to make the decision, honestly. And I don't know anywhere near the amount of football Kyle does. So if Kyle feels it's his guy, that's all I'm going to keep saying. I'm a Shanahan. I believe in Kyle. If Kyle believes it's his guy, I don't care. Go get your guy.
Yeah, it's like if you're a Shanahan, you can't be Shanahan with conditions. No. This is part of it. If he likes a quarterback named McCorkle who doesn't lift weights, it's part of the deal of being a Shanahan. No one said it was going to be easy. Why are we trusting Kyle with the quarterback selection? His record shows don't listen to him, listen to Adam Peters.
What's Adam Peters' record with quarterbacks? Wasn't he in Denver when they picked Paxton Lynch?
Yes, he was. People love Adam Peters for some reason. Gamon Brown says NFL seasons are now 17 games long. Durability is a factor. Alcohol-related issues are an issue. See Alden Smith McLuhan. Lance, please.
No, I actually think with Mac Jones, I've said it before on your show, the scariest thing to me about Mac Jones is the fact that he had a DUI when he was 19. And even though he hasn't had anything since then, he has clear as day has a beer belly. And I don't know why that is. Maybe he's just like that because I've also seen some people consume incredible amounts of alcohol and don't seem to show it in terms of their body. But Mac Jones seems to show it. So we'll see.
Who was the last pocket passer to come into the league with a beer belly?
I have no. Is it Peyton Eli?
Jameis. I thought Jameis had a little bit of a tummy.
I thought Jameis was just chubby in general. It wasn't like a belly. He was just kind of a little chubbier.
He had a little chub. That sounded wrong. Do we have anything? Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry about that. Santiago Esquino says, can we take a moment to appreciate the amazing name that is McCorkle Jones? Oh, yeah. It's a great name. Talk about a hero franchise needs.
I mean, I'm a guy whose name is Vish. So for me, McCorkle Jones isn't anything extraordinary. It's just another name.
Vish is a strong name. It's one syllable. I like it. It's a strong name. It's a masculine name. McCorkle? Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the best way to handle a name like McCorkle is to win the national championship and be a quarterback. And I guess it's no problem for him. I just think it'd be funny to go from Jimmy G, pretty boy Jimmy G, to McCorkle, who, has a face his mother could love. So, hey, I think it'd be an interesting transition for the 49ers fan base. Big Dez, last question. Actually, there's a couple more. Shanahan has ultimate job security. He is young and cool, and he's going to want a guy that symbolizes his mentality and vision. Fields or Lance is good.
Sure. I mean, honestly, what Grant and I are telling you is that we have no clue.
No clue.
Who he likes and who he doesn't like.
And all these people that say that, yeah. What?
I like that everybody who's in the comment section today is just ready to go. It's Fields. It's Lance.
Gotta be Lance. I mean, based on what I know, and it's a lot.